Hello,
Uh,
hello everyone, I'm Gareth aka Techosaurus Rex and I'm joined by...
well,
and today,
okay, right, yeah.
and today
Hey.
we will be talking about this week's technology news. Now I'm going to start by talking a bit about the new Office 2019 preview that came out Friday. So basically Microsoft released a new preview for the Office 2019 suite, which is, if you use Office 365 you won't notice much difference, and it is not meant yet, like the preview is not meant for those who do use Office 365, it's meant for those who normally would go and get Office but not get the subscription, you know, like in retail, like where you get Office effectively. So you know, there we go really, and it's not got much new to me because I've had all the enhancements in Office 365, but you know, I've got my new branding, so you know that's something to brag about. So you know it's pretty cool actually. You know I've got it, and then like as part of the actual enhancements, it seems to be a bit quicker on my machine in 2016 to load a document up. So then, anyways. Also, what's new is there are like going to be, that's just me chat. Anyways, also then Microsoft did release the Windows 10, or not release, announce the release date for the Windows 10 April update, which will be tomorrow. So yeah, this is pretty exciting. I'll talk about more about that in a minute. Anyways. So then, now you can say your stuff that you want to talk about. Have you got it up yet?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. Anyway, this is only the first episode, so then next time we will plan a bit more before the actual stream starts. This is just, first episode, so yeah, no. I'm just seeing if I've got any comments on Mixer yet or not. Because I'm going to have to mute Mixer quick. Well, how is it says I'm offline? I'm streaming. I'm going to restream. Weird. Everything quick.
Yeah.
Just checking the stream status. Make sure that we are connected.
I don't know if you're getting it on your side, but there's a little bit of an interference. There's a bit of an echo.
I'm not getting any echo.
Yeah, so
Yet, so I'm pretty sure I'm actually going to use my, TV and, plug my computer to my TV, so, I can send a link out without anything coming up on the actual stream.
I'm joking, it's working, yeah. Because there's this weird scheme where I'm getting an echo about 60 seconds after you said, so I'm hearing things on your end that I've said.
Fair enough. Well, if you want, perhaps...
I'm hearing layered audio. I can't tell what you're saying right now, or whether it's something you've been saying several minutes ago.
Wow, okay. I mean, unless, I stop streaming and,
I literally can't make out what you're saying.
Fair enough. So if
it's probably something to do with OBS, I think.
It might be actually misconfigured or something, because I've been fiddling around with settings and stuff for it. But But anyway, so perhaps what we could do is we could try, I could tinker it and we could try another time streaming. Because Mixer's even saying I'm not streaming, although I've specifically told Mixer to stream.
Right.
It's weird.
I'm stupid. I literally just had the stream on and I was listening to audio playing twice. Alright.
It's okay, these things happen, like,
so,
hey, we're a bunch of amateurs at streaming. We haven't streamed, properly before in the first place, so, don't worry about it, okay?
So Google is creating a new to-do list app that they've already done, Google Keep, which you might have heard of.
Yep,
it's basically a note-keeping application, but now they're going and creating a dedicated to-do list app called Google Tasks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like the one built into Gmail, but probably most people don't know. I certainly don't know. I don't use it. But it's got a better user interface. You can set up your to-do list tasks a lot easier. However, it looks pretty. It's not entirely that easy to use. It's possibly not good yet.
What was that? I didn't quite hear you because we keep seeming to have some difficulties with sound. So, are you done about the story or not quite yet? Can you hear me or not?
Yes, I can.
Are you finished with that story yet or not?
Okay. Yeah.
Fair enough. So then, what should we move on to next? Because what I should do is I should really mention a bit more about the update coming because it's a very massive update. Effectively, this update seems to have some enhancements to, Microsoft 365, which is their Windows, the Office, the Intune security and compliance, things as well, for Windows, funnily enough, which, will actually help this, for businesses deploy Windows out sooner. And then, your IT admin to be able to monitor devices using Operation Management Suite and Delivery Optimization and Controller, which I've got the article up. I already know about this, I'm just showing reviewers about the article. And interestingly, there be a new kiosk browser that's in the Microsoft Store, but I haven't found it yet, but possibly it's going to be up tomorrow or something, or around that time period anyway, which I can't wait to try out. And then there'll be a new enrollment status page for Windows Autopilot, which again I can't wait to try that out in another virtual machine. So then it's going to be quite fiddly to get it done in a VM, but I'll figure it out. And the admin center will now integrate with Office as well. It's interesting. Anyways, new consumer oriented features would be game bar redesigned. which I will be doing a hands-on video sometime about this update, like very soon. And then also, when like the support of a progressive web app, which the Twitter app for Windows is a progressive web app, which is interesting. Edge enhancements will be in this version, which I've seen, like the icons are a lot smaller on the top, which I think makes it look nicer. Well, hardly anyone uses Edge, but for those who do, it's quite good. They've improved dictation, which I haven't really tried out because I don't really dictate much to my computer when I'm writing a document. And then, as I said, Focus Assist is effectively a new name for quiet hours, which I've put on all my devices now, so notifications shouldn't be pinging at me, like for, you know, Instagram and Outlook. And Timeline, which is noteworthy, or there is a noteworthy feature for this update, is called, which will show all activities that you've done across your devices, like whether you're on a like PC and a tablet and a phone. It doesn't necessarily mean like Windows Phone, it can be an Android or an iPhone as well, which seems cool, because when I get a new phone soon, I'll be linking my phone up to my PC. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, your next article you can read out.
Okay, so WhatsApp is now it's been acquired by Facebook, and it's now no longer allowing people under the age of 16 to use the Messenger. This is going to be a problem for school-age kids who have used the app to communicate with their friends. It previously allowed 13 and up, but as part of the new EU regulations, the age limit is going up, and users will have to confirm their age as part of getting new terms of service. People who do not meet the minimum age requirement won't be able to use the app, but it would probably, I doubt it would be all that possible, seeing as you can't tell your age unless you, of course, you connected it to your Facebook account. There are no changes to how much personal information they're gathering, and their goal is effectively to their goal is effectively to protect the information they have about you, which they say is limited.
Which, as we all know about what happened a few weeks ago with data leak happening with Cambridge Analytica, I do doubt the fact they don't have much data about us. I think they have more than they're willing to admit.
One important thing to note is that the over 16 age restriction is only within the EU, so it's European countries, including the UK, obviously. The rest of the world will still be just over 13.
Yeah, which I think is a bit silly, really, that the government, all the EU governments are forcing people to be, you know, like 16 or over to use the WhatsApp app, which, you know, in my opinion is wrong, because it's similar to texting in a way. So what are they going to do? Ban under 16-year-olds from texting? Well, we shouldn't really say that, give them ideas, but, you know, we can't do that, so it's a bit silly, but oh well.
The difference possibly is that data on WhatsApp is a lot more anonymous. You can delete it. You cannot necessarily delete text.
Fair enough.
The EU claim that their new general data protection regulation is designed to harmonise data privacy laws, protect and empower all EU citizens' data privacy, and to reshape the way organisations across the region approach data privacy.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of bureaucratic sounding words, to be honest. But well, clearly there's a bit of a conflict of interest. There's clearly some people who would rather restrict specific services for young people in the name of safety, and outside of the EU, that's not going to be a thing. Over to you guys.
Rich, okay, well then, like, also another story I recently found out was that apparently a person who was refurbishing Windows computers has been jailed because effectively it's not just him refurbishing that's got him in a lot of trouble. It's what he did. He would sell like illegal Windows OEM licenses, like the OEM restore files, which I'll bring this article up about it shortly. I'm just waiting for my internet to load it up. I'm streaming, you know, don't seem to want to, you know, can't load stuff up as quick, but, you know, right, it's a trade-off. There we go. This is just an article about, you know, like, everyone needs to get off of Microsoft's back, because I think what happened, as did the person who wrote this article and various other people associated with the Windows community, all think, you know, that Microsoft have not done anything wrong, because it wasn't actually them who actually, you know, got him in trouble. It was actually, apparently, American customs, if I remember rightly after reading another article. And then what he did was he thought he'd cut down on downloading files and making restore disks and encouraging people to use refurbished computers, but he did it in a way that isn't a good way. And then, like, what normally people who refurbish computers do is they, like, when I fix people's computers, they just put on a clean Windows image, but not sell necessarily a recovery, like Python or Store Media, because Windows has the recovery software built in to do resets nowadays. And then, like, when a refurbisher installs a version, Microsoft does offer a discounted rate, but it's not free. But then this person was selling the counterfeited software as if it was a legit copy of Windows when it wasn't. I'm not reading from this, by the way. I'm just, you know, got this up for help, like, so I can, you know, like, give everyone's memory so they can read it as well. And then everyone's been hating on Microsoft, but, you know, it's not the truth about it. What's actually happened, which I found another article about here, actually by Microsoft themselves, and they did not cause this case to happen. As I said, it was actual US Customs. And then it's because he had a supply chain in China, and then he did plead guilty, and he misled all sorts of people, and he was making money, or intending to make money from it, which isn't a good idea if, like, you're selling stuff by another company. Because what if you made an operating system, or you built a PC, and then another person was selling your copy of your operating system or the restore media? How would you feel? I wouldn't feel that great. How would you feel?
No, it does seem like that guy is intending to rip off Microsoft. Agree.
Yeah, which isn't a good idea in, like, my opinion, and everyone was giving him a lot of hate on the one. I'm giving Microsoft a lot of hate, and I'm on the side of the people who's giving him a lot of hate, because, you know, like, he shouldn't do it. And then this is pretty, you know, like, obscene actually, how he made $92,000. I'm not quite sure what the exact conversion is into pounds at the moment, but, you know, quite a lot of money he's making here. And then he did plead guilty, and Microsoft actually recording towards the end. So then, you know, technically speaking, then, like, they weren't the ones who actually wanted it to happen at first. And this article, part of the article here, is pretty, you know, like, disturbing in a way. He was going to take a 6-hour trip to, you know, arrange manufacturing of the counterfeit discs. And then, like, if he did it with USBs, he'd still eventually get found out. And then, like, obviously, people who fix computers and have a install, like, drive to do it from won't necessarily be in legal trouble, because what they're doing is they're not selling counterfeit copies of Windows for just fixing computers. And the fact he was, like, getting 450 units shipped his buyer, you know, so they had $28,000 in revenue for 8,000 software disks. And then, like, people were thinking, like, who were part of this, you know, like, didn't really, you know, think of illegal, like, troubles, and no normal company or buyer will notice the issues. When, you know, like, people would if they installed it and didn't have a genuine Windows license on their computer, which means they can't customize, or they can't really update their computer anymore, which some people think is a good thing that they can't update when it's not a good thing, it's a really bad thing. And then people need to make sure that they can't just, you know, do that. And then, you know, like, the emails have actually been posted as well, which I had a brief read through, like, yesterday evening about what was happening as well, and all these emails. And the fact about how customs couldn't tell the difference, is he clearly thinks, you know, like, it's not really that much of a, like, good thing. And you'll notice he's got another email for this email, which I don't think he had in the last one. And then this is, you know, obviously talking about either XP or Vista Service Pack 2, because there wasn't a Windows 7 Pack 2 ever. And, you know, by the way, you know, we're not trying to leak any of these email addresses out, because that's so not what we're doing. We're here primarily to talk about what's been going on, and, you know, the emails just, you know, appear to be on the, like, the actual, like, court documents that might have been posted. Anyways, this is, you know, also another part of what was posted, and this is probably about XP Service Pack 3. And then there we go. What do you feel about what, you know, he's been doing?
It's a silly business, and clearly a lot of people in this industry seem to think they can get away with just ripping people off, ripping Microsoft off, and they won't get caught because they're dealing with such a big business. They won't have people watching a little artist doing, this guy not have been doing what he was doing.
Exactly. And then, like, what I think is that I think he deserves the jail time he's getting from what's been going on, because what he's been doing is actually distributing illegal operating system licenses and stuff. Like, going back to the subject where sometimes when I repair computers, what I do is I don't have any license keys. Instead, what I do is I download the genuine Windows install media file, and I make sure when I install, I'm installing the version that the computer came with. So then it will use a license key already in the computer's BIOS nowadays, or on the EFI, which, you know, and, like, corresponds to the additional window that they've got on their computer. So the machine is running genuine Windows, just with, you know, a clean install. And a cleaner install than they would have had in the first place, because my install is not an OEM, like, install. It's a clean Windows install with just all the Windows components that are needed. None of the extras like OEM tools, like the support stuff, because the drivers for OEM, like, components are actually downloaded through Windows Update nowadays. So, you know, pretty interesting with how I do things. Anyways, have you got anything else you want to talk about?
I don't believe so, have you?
Nope. And we've not had any questions. So then, you know, like, if, you know, like, there's nothing else to talk about, then, like, I guess we'll see you next time.
Ditto.
Anyway.